beauties, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Jade, or Beauty Doll Jade, whatever you want to call me. For today's video, I did a glitter cut crease, y'all. I never use glitter, so I was really nervous, but I did my thing. Don't mind this broken nail, y'all. It broke today, started bleeding, mess. But yeah, I really snapped on my eyes, y'all. I'm super in love with how this look turned out. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching and make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next clip. We're gonna jump straight into this tutorial. I did my eyebrows off camera with my NYX micro brow pencil in the shade black. I don't really do too much when it comes to my eyebrows because I have naturally thick eyebrows, so I don't want to make them too thick, and they're also very black, so I don't want to go in and just put black on black. So I just do something real quick, and then I clean the bottom up with my concealer. I use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch, and I also use that same concealer to prime my eyelids. But I like to mix my Too Faced concealer with my LA Girl concealer to prime my eyelids. I use medium beige in the LA Girl, and I mix those two on the back of my hand. I let it get nice and warm and tacky, so once I apply it to my eyelid, it'll be easier to blend and more full coverage. And once I get done blending the concealer on my eyelids, I set it with this Airspun translucent setting powder just so I can have a nice blend. Nothing won't be patchy or anything like that. Now that we're done priming our eyelids, we're gonna go in with eyeshadow. I'm using my Morphe James Charles palette, and I'm taking that blue shade. I'm using a Morphe M506 brush to pack that onto my eyelid, kind of in my crease area but slightly above. I'm making sure that I pack that shade on first before I start blending because I want to get a nice amount of pigmentation, especially with this blue, y'all. I want this blue to pop. I want all the colors that I use to pop, so I make sure that I pack it on really well first and then just lightly blend the edges out afterwards. So yeah, it's gonna be real repetitive, a lot of packing, a lot of blending. The next shade, we're going to be using our Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'm applying that teal shade. Honestly, I don't even know if that's teal, but we're going to call it teal. I suck at describing colors, but yeah, that's what it's giving. So yeah, we're going to take that on a Morphe M506 brush. This is a clean one. This is not the same one that I just used. It's a clean one, so we're going to pack that shade right on top of the blue shade that we previously used and just let it blend itself, y'all. You really only have to just lightly, I ain't gonna say lightly, but you really just have to just tap it right on top of the previous shade that you used, and it'll just blend by itself, y'all. It's such a nice smooth gradient blend. Like, I love doing my eyeshadow this way. I really don't know why I stopped, but yeah, we're going back to this because the blend is everything. Okay, I was just talking too much. We done moved on to a whole nother shade. So now we're taking the yellow shade from the Zulu palette, and we're using another Morphe M506 brush, and we're blending that yellow right on top of that teal shade. I'm making sure that I really blend this shade out, y'all, because this is the last shade. First, last, whatever you want to call it. Technically it's the first shade, but it's really the last one. But you want to make sure that it's nice and blended, especially by the eyebrow area. You don't want anything to be too harsh right there. You want everything to be nice and gradient. So yeah, we just gonna take our time and blend everything out. I'm going back in and I'm doing some finishing touches with all the rest of the colors that I used before. So that dark blue, that teal. You just want to make sure that everything is blended but pigmented. Like I said before, I want all these shades to pop. I don't want this eyeshadow look to be dull. I want it to be very pigmented and very blended, y'all. I'm using some black eyeshadow on another Morphe N506 brush. I don't even know why I keep telling y'all the name of the brush that I'm using because it's not gonna change. It's the perfect brush for my eyes. It's precise and fluffy. It don't blend the eyeshadows where you don't want it to be blended at. It's just perfect. It do what it needs to do. So yeah, we're gonna blend that eyeshadow out with that brush, and we're gonna blend it into that crease area just to give the eyes a little bit more depth and shape and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna clean up the eyelid before we cut our crease. Y'all know I'm about to do a cut crease. I love cut creases, so yeah, you want to make sure that the eyelid is clean before you go in and do that. So I'm taking my micellar water on a Q-tip and I'm just cleaning up where I want my shimmer shade to be. I want it to be a nice, clean cut crease, y'all. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna attempt to cut my crease on camera. I don't even know why I keep trying to do that because I know how I get. I know how I get. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. It just takes too long and it takes too much of my storage. It literally takes me 10-15 minutes to cut my crease. And we just talking about one eye, y'all. So yeah, I don't got time for that. So we gonna take that P. Louise base in white and we're gonna cut our crease. As y'all can see, that's what I'm doing right here. And the camera is gonna cut off in a couple minutes because I can't. I just cannot. But y'all see the blend on there. Yeah, the eyeshadow is blending. It's blending. But now that the crease is cut, we're just gonna blend some of that excess base and just get some of that off of our eyelids before we go in with our shimmer shade. And I wanted to do something not too much. I just wanted something real simple. So I took this blue shimmer shade. It's not even really shimmery. It's just, I don't know. It's just a light blue shade. So we're applying that to our eyelids with a nice fluffy brush. Now I'm taking my Essence Matte Black Eyeliner and I'm applying a nice thick line to my eyelids. And I also applied it at an angle, kind of like diagonal. I really wanted to do that smoked out black eyeliner type of look. But it was kind of hard because number one, this is a matte eyeliner. So it's really not going to move once it starts setting. So with that smoked out liner look, you're supposed to use like a gel eyeliner or something like that because that's gonna blend more. It's not gonna dry down matte like this one, but I made it work, y'all. I made it do what it do. So I just applied that eyeliner to my eyelids and then I go in with some black eyeshadow and I just tap it onto the eyeliner and I blend it out while that eyeliner is still kind of wet just to make sure that everything is blended together and it's nice and black and matte. So yeah, I really do need to invest in a gel black eyeliner if I want to be doing those smoked out liner looks because it's gonna give it a better look. Not that that was trash because it was still giving y'all the eyeshadow was still that thing, but I really wanted a better looking eyeliner. Yeah, whatever. Moving on, we're applying some glitter to the eyelid. Wait, hold on, pause. First, I applied my J. LaRue Cosmetics pigment in white gold, just for a little background shimmer. But now I'm applying some glitter. I'm taking my Duo eyelash glue and I'm just applying that to the eyelids. And then I'm taking some glitter from J. LaRue Cosmetics again. I believe that it's called fairy dust. I don't know why I didn't show it. I clearly forgot. I was moving too fast, y'all. I was just in my zone. But yeah, I'm applying that to my eyelid. I don't really use glitter, y'all, so I was really kind of nervous, but it turned out super, super cute. Like, the eyes was given. I love them, and the cut crease is super sharp. Okay, y'all, now that we're done with the eyes, we're gonna jump into skin. I primed my skin with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love that primer. It's so much. Like, it just makes your makeup really stick and just last. So, if you don't have that primer, make sure you go get it. I also heard that e.l.f. has a primer similar to that, and it's probably less expensive. So, y'all can try that out too. I haven't, but I'm definitely about to go pick it up because, I'm all for more affordable products. Like, I don't mind spending some money on makeup, but them drugstore products, they be hitting too, y'all. So I'm gonna definitely go check that out. But anyway, moving on, I also applied some Airspun translucent setting powder to my nose just to keep my nose nice and matte throughout the day. And now we're gonna apply our foundation. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 355 Coconut. And I also like to apply my Morphe setting mist before I go in and blend out my foundation. To blend out my foundation, I'm using a brush. I like to use a brush first, and then I like to go in with a damp beauty sponge, a clean one. Emphasis on clean because you do not want all those old products rolling around on your face, making you look caked up in all types of different colors. You don't want that. So make sure you use a clean beauty blender when you're doing your makeup, y'all. Please don't use no dirty beauty blender. That's not the vibe. That's not the vibe. That's not the mood. That's not it. That's not cute. None of that. So yeah, we're gonna blend out the foundation, and yeah, I'm gonna come back when we doing something else. Once I'm done blending out my foundation, I go in with concealer. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I'm using two concealers, but this is the first one that I like to start with. And I apply that underneath my eyes, my chin area, my upper lip area, my forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. I also like to let this concealer sit for like 5 minutes before I blend it out just so it can get warm on the skin. It's going to be nice and tacky, which is going to make it super easy to blend, and it's also going to be full coverage. When it comes to blending out my concealer, I like to start with the edges first because it just melts right into the foundation, it melts right into the skin, and it just gives a nice blend. So I do the edges first, and then I blend directly underneath my eye for a more full coverage look. And once I finish blending out the first concealer, I go in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade medium beige, and I do the same exact steps as I did before. I like to go in with the second concealer just to give my under eye a brighter look. For my bottom lash line, I decided to just do ombre like I did in my last video. So I'm taking the darkest shade on the outer corner, I'm taking the teal shade in the middle, and I'm taking the yellow shade on the inner corner, and I'm just going to blend it all together for a nice little ombre. I don't really like um, eyeshadow on my bottom lash line, but this ombre that I've been doing is really cute. So if I am going to do bottom eyeshadow, it's going to be the ombre look. To set the under eye, we're using the Airspun translucent setting powder, and I'm setting my under eye with a beauty blender today. I like to use a beauty blender and a brush, but I just grabbed my beauty blender, so that's what I'm using today. I like to dab it in the powder, and then I like to dab excess powder off on the back of my hand, and then I press it directly into my under eye. I'm making sure that I set in those crease areas because my under eye does tend to crease, so I'm making sure that I set that pretty well, and then I'm just setting everywhere that I applied that concealer. Once I finish setting everything, I'm going to go in and contour my nose with my Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in medium to dark. I'm using the sculpting shade mixed with the contour shade on a Morphe brush. I don't know what the name of this brush is, so yeah, I don't even know. But I hate the way I contour my nose today, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. That shit was trash. It was trash. And I love a snatch nose, so I was really mad just looking at this. But I was like, I'm not even gonna stress about it because the main focus of the video is the eyes. The cut crease was cut creases, so I wasn't about to blow myself about that nose contour. So we're just gonna contour the sides of the nose, and then we're gonna bake the bridge in the nose. I do like to bake, so I did go back in with some airspun powder, and I just bake my under eye and that upper lip area a little bit, and then I go in with my Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation in 355 Coconut, and I just set the remaining areas of my face that I did not set with that airspun translucent setting powder. I like to set my whole face before I go in with my bronzer and my blush. So for bronzer, I am using the Juvia's Place Bronze Duo, and I'm mixing those two shades together. I started with the light shade and then I mixed in a little bit of the bottom shade. My phone started tripping once I started to apply my blush, so that footage is just non-existent. I used the pink shade from the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place, and I mixed it with my Maybelline Fit Me Blush in number 40, and I just applied that very heavily to my cheeks. I am a heavy blush type of girl, y'all. I love looking like a little Bratz doll, so I go crazy with the blush. And then after I do the blush, I go in with the Sephora Micro Smooth Setting Powder, and I just apply that everywhere on my face. It just gives a nice, flawless, airbrushed finish. To highlight my face, well, my nose, I should say, because I do not highlight my whole face anymore. I literally just highlight my nose. I highlight the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose, and I'm using my Wet n Wild highlighter again in the shade Precious Petals. Alright, y'all, so this is my first time doing my lips on camera. I hate doing my lips on camera because I take a long time. I like to overline my lips and I like to make sure that they're even, y'all. Things just be getting hectic when it comes to doing my lip combinations, so I just don't include it in the video, but I decided to today, so yeah. So the lip liner that I'm using is from NYX in the shade Espresso, and the lipstick I'm using is from MAC in the shade Honey Love, and then I just topped that off with a clear lip gloss, the Butter Gloss from NYX. And yeah, I just blended the lip liner and the lipstick in with a Q-tip. Yeah, and once I finish doing my lips, I go in and I just set my face with my Morphe setting mist, and then I set it with the Milani Dewy setting mist as well, and then I just press that into my skin to blend all the powders and to make my makeup look like skin. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I'm gonna stop talking and I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look. I went off camera and I did the finishing touches. I changed my top and I fixed my hair up a bit. And y'all, my look is just, it's so pretty. I feel so beat right now, y'all. I'm in love, so I don't even know what to say. the glitter, this yellow top, like everything is just, it's there. So if you love this look as much as I love this look, make sure you leave this video a like, leave me some comments down below, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel and all my other social media handles, which I will leave in the description box below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.